But we have a couple new products that I want to try. Start leaking isn't necessary. So sad it's almost gone. Just kidding, I need more, which is bodybuilder, content creator, person on the internet.
It's game time and I'm up one. Name something I ain't done. Name a body that's my type. Air Jordan, I'll take flight. I'm next level, I'm franchise.
To our winner, Julia Rene.
Hello, my loves. Welcome back to another episode of the Prep Diaries series. If you're new here, my name is Julia Rene and I'm an IFBB Wellness Pro. And in today's video, we're just gonna be chilling. We're gonna answer a couple questions that you guys have asked me. And we're gonna do a little bit of makeup. I got a new setup today because I'm basically a makeup influencer. I have the little light over here because it's honestly, the reason I have the light is because it's a gross day. It's gross and I'm not about it. And I have a chair so I don't hurt my back. So I'm excited about today because this is my makeup basket, by the way. It's like so beautiful. It's not as organized as it normally is. There's like compartments in here for each thing. I love it, but it's so easy because I could just like move it around places. But we have a couple new products that I want to try. I bought another setting powder. I currently have 4, and now I have 5. Bought another setting powder. I wanted to try this today with one size because I really love one size. So, what is that? Yeah, I already have my eyebrows done. If you guys want to see how I do my eyebrows, just go back to the past one, but I didn't want this video to be too long. But if you watched my live Get Ready With Me, I'm doing them every Sunday now where we just like chat about the week, about the YouTube videos and stuff. I mentioned in that video that, what did I mention? Oh, I mentioned in that video that I was using this primer, which is the e.l.f. with niacinamide, and I loved it and it's so grippy and awesome, but I noticed that when I go to the gym, it literally starts like melting off my face. So for about a week now, I have been testing the Wet n Wild Photo Finish Matte one, and I'm really liking it. It's a little bit more like blurring. It's not as sticky as the e.l.f. one, which is upsetting. So if you guys know of any like sticky, matte, like I want it to do all of the things, you know what I mean? Like, why can't it blur, also be sticky, but stay forever, but also not, also not like blob off my face. So, yeah. Feels amazing. What are we doing first? We have the Halo Glow e.l.f. liquid filter. I put this on first. I only put it here and I put it here. I try to not put it on my nose because that's the place where I start leaking. So the first question that we have is, why fasted cardio in the AM and lifting in the PM? So it's mainly because my coach tells me to. Like this is, I'm just doing what my coach is telling me to. However, I know that doing fasted cardio or doing like a cardio session separate from your lifting session it's not feasible for everybody's lifestyle. So it does work with my lifestyle because I work from home and I can go 2 separate times. But in my opinion, it's always just better to get your cardio in the way that you can get your cardio in. Like, it doesn't need to look like anybody else's, you know, just because I do fasted cardio because I can, doesn't mean you have to. So if the only time that you have to do it is when you're doing your training sessions and you only have one time you can go to the gym, then do it there. Because at the end of the day, it's about like the energy and the calories that you're burning. So the timing isn't necessary. I'm gonna take a sip of what's left of my buff coffee. So good. They restocked it, guys, like some of the flavors, and like Hopefully it's not sold out by now because so many people have been loving it. Literally, it is the highlight of my day because it's such a macro-friendly thing and it tastes so good. Hazelnut is my favorite flavor personally, and creamy coffee. However, one of the new products that I got is the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme. I used to buy this all the time and this stuff is like a big deal. I haven't gotten my lips filled in quite some time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this on. This is in the color Pink Punch. I like to put this on before I like do the rest of my face so that my lips can like start getting plump, and I'll let you know how it feels, but it's pretty extreme. I kind of like it when it hurts because I'm like, then it's working. But what are we doing next? We are gonna do foundation and I'm gonna do a little color corrector first. This is Huda Beauty Faux Filter color corrector just right underneath my eyes. And then we'll start going in with the Born This Way foundation. I've been really loving this one. It's been matching really well. And then the next question, this one's really funny. It says, any brutal, torturous quad finishers to totally exhaust every inch of my quad muscles? Yes, I have plenty. So one of my favorites, and like personally, leg extensions for me, if I want to get the most like insane quad pump and feel like I'm dying, leg extensions. So one of my favorite ones is doing like my regular like 3 sets of like, let's say 10 to 12 leg extensions. And then after that, I will do a triple drop set. So I'll drop the weight 3 separate times from my heaviest weight. So say the heaviest weight that I did is like 170 or something like that. I drop it to like 140, then like 130, you know, like continue to drop it. And then, you know, each one do like 10 more, 10 more, 10 more. And then after that, either doing like a sissy squat where you're holding a dumbbell right here and you're in like the sissy squat position and like repping out as many as you can with that, or you can do like body weight jump squats. God, it will kill you. Like, it will kill you dead. Why am I using this blender? No. I've been using these new brushes from Real Techniques and they're so inexpensive and they're so good. This is a contour one, this is the foundation one, and I've been using both of these. This one's a little small, which is a little annoying, so I bought this other one yesterday. These are really good. The first day that I used these brushes, I went to an event and I got so many compliments on my makeup and how like smooth it was. It was nice. Okay, we have our foundation on, spread it down my neck a little bit. Now we're gonna go into some concealer. So I already did my color correcting and I've been mixing so many products lately because I've just like loved them so much. So my first favorite is the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Concealer, you guys already know. And then my new favorite is the One Size Beauty Concealer. So what I do is I do a little dot of the faux filter first, right in the darkest parts of my under eyes, because you know I am not God's favorite and I got really dark circles, okay? And then I'm gonna kind of like go down the side just a little bit right here and then go over that other one and put it in these other areas. So I'm actually messaging my coach right now. Also, lips are tingling. It's honestly not as bad as I remember it. And can you tell that they're already getting like voluptuous? But messaging my coach right now and we decided on a show date, guys. But I'm not gonna tell you. No, I'm not. I am so excited about the show that we picked, like, and everything is just going super well. This week was a rough week though, mentally. And I talked a little bit about it. I don't know, I talk so much. I'm like, I talked about it everywhere, basically. But it was a really rough period build up for me. So like, what usually happens is the week before my period, my strength will go down. in the gym, which is normal and I'm used to it by this point. I'm not too hard on myself, so that's not the problem. But I was like angry, just like even this morning I was like angry. I had to apologize to Zach because I snapped at him, and then I felt so bad because he was just trying to like be nice and love on me, and I was like, wah! So I apologize, don't worry, and we're good now. But yeah, it was one of those, it was like last week was emotional about everything, like questioning my life, like getting really down on myself, you know, about every little thing that I did, which is it's not me. Like that's not me. So it was like I was literally like running races in my mind all day. So every day I was so exhausted because I was battling my brain. And then this week is like irritable week. I actually finally started my period last night, actually yesterday. And now it's like, I'm just like irritable, but it's okay. Anyways, so yeah, I'm messaging my coach right now. We figured out a show date and I'm so excited about this one. One of the reasons I don't really want to share the exact show date and where it's going to be is because like we never know what's going to happen with prep. Like we never know. We can always plan for our body to like come down a certain way, you know what I mean? And you never really know. And there's been times where I've had shows that I've had to back out of. You guys know that. And I always do that because I know it's what's best when it's best for me. And there's been people that have bought tickets to my show and I feel really guilty that like I'm not competing in the show. So I just don't want to do that. And then sometimes, you know, there's like certain accounts like on Instagram that like follow like exactly like what the wellness girls are doing and that stuff, and like judge their physiques, and which is part of the game, you know. And I'm not mad that they do that whatsoever because this is the industry that I'm in. But just for my own like mental health and journey, I'm like, let's just wait. But all I can say is I will tell you guys in enough time. So if you want to come and be besties, then we can. New makeup alert that I've been testing out. The Juvia's Place. I did a little reel on TikTok, and I'll pop it up here. Oh my God, I can't grab it. Of some new products I got from Ulta and that I'm absolutely loving, and this is a winner. It's the Juvia's Place bronzer. Super inexpensive, super pigmented. This is what it looks like inside. This one's in the color Caramel, and it's more of like a neutral bronzy. And in that packet of brushes from Real Techniques, where is it? I got a really good brush for contouring, and I'm honestly gonna go back and I'm gonna get the same exact one because I think it's gonna be really good for, it's a concealer brush, but I've been using it for contouring. So I'll put like a little bit on the brush because it's very pigmented, and then go right here and like circle it around my hand, and then I start contouring my nose. But the next question is how to get your parents, especially dad, on board with going on stage in a bikini. So I totally understand this because it's like when you're a bodybuilder, like you're so used to like kind of just like being half naked all the time, and it's like a part of your sport, you know. But like from an outsider's perspective, it's so weird. Like what we do is so weird, and I can understand that. So for example, like I even want like my family to come and see me, like my extended family to come see me compete this year. And that's also something that I'm concerned about as well. Like, what are they gonna think about me being on stage, like in a bikini, you know, doing the back pose where I'm like showing my butt. But like at the end of the day, like, especially with my dad, and my mom and my dad are so supportive. Literally like biggest #1 fans. They love coming to shows and supporting the journey. And when I first started competing, what I did was explain to my dad and my mom like why it is that we wear the bikinis and what's the purpose of doing the back pose. And you know, I just explained to them like the purpose of things and how like there is a purpose behind the madness, you'd say. And it was of course like a little weird at first, but after he understood, he was like, oh, okay, like he understood and he gets it, like why that's something that's necessary. So it's honestly just like a conversation that you need to have. And at the end of the day, like if they're mad about it, like don't come. I'm so sad it's almost gone. I changed my direction a little bit so I wasn't like completely changed to the side, but okay, now I'm gonna go in with that contour brush from Real Techniques. I'm gonna pat it in, it's very pigmented. So then I'm gonna go here and I'm just gonna make sure it's even on the brush. And we're gonna do a little bit on my forehead. I have a pretty tiny forehead, so like I don't have to do too much contouring on my forehead, to be honest. I always like will go in like this with the product and then also like use the foundation brush to kind of like blend it in. Hopefully me changing this angle didn't make it start blurring, but then I'm gonna just do a little bit right here. Okay, now that we have our base done, we're gonna set it with the Huda Beauty Peach Pie Powder. This is, I need some more. This is super good for warm tone girlies, because much like the color corrector under the eyes, I am running out of space here. I have too much makeup. Just kidding, I need more. But before we set it, I'm gonna make sure that there's no lines under my eyes. So what I do is I like look up and go with my beauty blender right underneath. Then I'm gonna dip in with my powder puff and like I'm gonna swirl it around, and then I'm actually gonna swirl it around to make sure it's even here before applying it. And I'm like pressing and then like lifting. Press, press. Oh my God, it's so stunning. I am sore. Okay, now we set our under eyes with the peach pie, and I kind of went like 2 lines down, and I'm also going to set the nose contour with a bronzer. So now I'm going in with the One Size Beauty translucent powder and this thick packing brush. This is gonna be a little different because I need to swirl it around in the lid to make sure it's evenly distributed, and I'm testing this one. I wanna see how I like it. So now I'm just gonna set everything else. Oh my God, whoa. Whoa. That's stunning. Stunning. Wow. Okay, we're gonna go with some blush now. And I have a question. Do you have carbs daily or do you ever carb cycle? So yes, I have carbs daily. Also, look at this, it's so beautiful. Juvia's Place Volume 1 blush. I'm gonna do the orangey one. It's so pigmented, it's crazy. So you gotta like tap it and then tap some of that excess off. So yes, I also talked about this in my, I believe my last DEXA scan physique update video, which was posted not too long ago. But what I do is on my training days, I have a little bit higher calories and higher carbs. And on my non-training days, I have a little bit lower calories, not by too much, maybe like 200 calories, and then lower carbs. Since I'm not moving around as much, I'm very sedentary, I'm not really doing cardio, I'm not training, I don't really need the energy. So that's something that I always do, whether I'm on season or off season. And so yes, I guess you can consider that carb cycling. So yeah, 2 favorite bronzers right now. The One Size Beauty Triple Bronzer. It's 3 of them in the color medium, like you get 3. And then also this Radiant Bronzer in Light. I probably should get the deeper one. It's the Hourglass Ambient Light Bronzer, and it kind of has like, see how it has like highlighter in it too? So I'm gonna take a different brush and we're gonna apply, I'm gonna mix. First I'm gonna do the glowy one. Actually, first I'm gonna do the darker one from One Size Beauty, and then go in with, and just mix all 3 of them. This is also very pigmented, so be careful. The next question I got was, what makes this prep different than the other one? Sorry, I have my phone down here and I'm watching them. So I bet you guys can also just tell that my energy is so much different. this prep versus like the other ones, especially like starting off. I just started in such a better place, like physically with where my body fat was at and mentally. And when you start off in a good place mentally for one prep, it's what happens during prep is like it gets really hard, of course, like it gets really challenging and you fight some of your demons, you know what I'm saying? So let me zoom in a little bit more. There we go. So if you don't start prep with like a positive mindset, then it only will get worse. So that's why that is so important, why I focus so much on mental health, you know, on this channel, is because it's such a big part of my life and the number one thing that keeps me going in my prep when it gets hard.
For as long as I can remember, I've been searching to find who I am. So I did what everyone else told me to do. I went on a journey to fix myself. I did daily affirmations to fix my mindset, but I still didn't feel confident in who I was. I followed inspirational women to fix my motivation, but only felt envy and self-doubt. I changed my body to fix how I felt about myself, but I still disliked who I saw in the mirror. Until one day I thought, what if it's not about fixing myself? What if I accepted myself instead? I accept that I am enough, just as I am. I accept that I am unique, and that's where my beauty lies. I accept that I am powerful, and I create my dreams to become reality. And I want to show you how you can do the same.
We have a lot more in common than we think, and I think that when we come together, especially us women, like there is magic in that.
I literally feel like a brand new person.
It opened another window for me and of accepting their love.
This is the best group of women I've ever connected with. I'm so grateful for it.
Let's go in with the next shade. Now, physically, I can't remember the last time that I started a prep like this lean, this like strong, and like having a really positive relationship with food. It's been years in the making of me practicing and like really working on myself and all of that stuff for me to start a prep and feel like just 100% like ready, regardless of what happens, just like ready. I don't know. I think that's the biggest difference, is that I'm starting at a really good place, like the best place that I have, and physically and mentally, and that is essential to having the best prep that you can. Okay, now we're gonna go in with some highlighter. I am still absolutely obsessing over the Rare Beauty highlighter in Exhilarate. I broke it at the Arnold, and there's like barely any left. Can you see that? There's like barely any left, and I went the other day to grab like a refill and the color was off, so I'm gonna put a little here. Moving on, when did you decide to be a bodybuilder? So, I was a hairstylist and a makeup artist before I do what I do now, which is bodybuilder, content creator, person on the internet. And I want to say that I went into fitness again because I have been, an athlete since I was young, like always, and then a wrestler in high school. And I started out with just regular old fitness, you know what I mean? And then I got to a certain point where I changed my physique enough to where I was like, okay, I want more. Like, what else could I do? And then I remember I asked like one of my Pilates teachers who was getting prepared for a bodybuilding show, a bikini show. And I asked her, I was like, okay, if I continue these classes, like, will I get as jacked as you are? And she was like, no. And I was like, okay, well then I don't want to do these. I want to do what you do. And that's when she told me about her coach, and I found my first bodybuilding coach, and that's when I started like building a physique. I want to say, so I was a wrestler and weight lifted from 15 to 18, went to school from like 18 to 19, and then I was off for a little bit, and then I can't really remember the year, but somewhere in between there where I was doing, like, got out of beauty school and then doing hair is when I started like lifting again. And I just fell in love with it so much, and like all of the benefits of like just not just bodybuilding but just working out in general. And I wanted to make like a career out of it. Like I wanted to be an online coach, I wanted to be a content creator, like a YouTuber, and all of those things. So I started working on my business at night when I would get home from the salon, so that eventually I could quit. And then finally I was able to quit, and we're here now. So yeah, right now I'm just putting like the bronzer that I put like on my nose, on my eyes, and then I did little lines of, it's almost like a guide of like some powder right here and here that I kind of use to kind of like smoke it out. You could also do this, like what you could do your eyes first and put like an eye tape right there so that your line is cleaner, but ain't nobody got time for that. I don't want to do that. So I'm literally just, I have like so much lid space, so I'm just like blob it out. And I'm gonna go grab my next palette because it has a little bit of orange. We got the goods. The Tartelette palette from Tarte. It's all my vibe. Like I love neutrals. Like they're so pretty. So we're gonna use the color Warm. I'm putting that like over that bronzy color. And I'm also gonna use this color right here, which is a little bit of a sparkle, and the s'mores color. So I am gonna get this brush and I'm gonna do that little sparkly color in Sunrise. I'm gonna put it right here under the brow, just like pat it in. It's like sort of a highlighter color, but it's not as pigmented as like the Rare Beauty one. So it just brings a little bit of lightness to the brow, but it's not too crazy. And then I'm just blending that in with the other brush. And then, same brush, because ain't nobody cares. S'mores, I'm gonna put right here, because I really like it when it's brighter right here. It actually like really opens up your eyes and makes them look bigger. The more like darkness that you have like here. So I'll do it like almost halfway over. And I'm not like the best at eyeshadow. I honestly just like pack it there. And I'm gonna leave it there for now. Grab another brush. We're gonna do the warm color, which is that like this. And then now I'm gonna go from the corner here. See how it like adds a little bit of warmth and it kind of matches the cheek color? That was a lot. Next question is skincare recommendations for sweaty gym girls with dry skin. Are you me? Skincare, okay. I have been on a journey because I have a very specific dilemma. Well, so does this girl, because if you are sweaty, but your skin is also dry, but you also want your makeup to stay at the gym, it's like, it's a really difficult position to be in. And basically my life is so hard. Just kidding. But it's like, because most of the makeup that you need in order to like make your makeup stay is matte, which tends to be more drying. So I've like been really trying to find things. So skincare wise, I would say like, if you're super sweaty at the gym and you have dry skin, it's better to get things that don't have too many like oils in it. And when you're like, for me, when I do my skin prep before my makeup, before I go to the gym, it's very minimal products. Like it's nothing that's too dewy or glowy. I use the Fenty Fat Water toner, and then I'll do a sunscreen, and that's basically it. And then of course I'll do my primer, and I switched that primer over, and it made such a difference. And it gives me enough hydration. Also, if I'm getting like a little too dehydrated, I spray this Future Wise Slug Boost. It's like a hyaluronic acid spray, but it's not like too dewy to where it's gonna mess up your makeup, you know, or when you sweat at the gym, it's gonna irritate it, like make your makeup fall off. So that's what I recommend, is like the least amount of skin moisturizers, the better, before you go to the gym because you're sweaty. And then this setting spray, it'll literally, we're gonna use this. Your makeup will literally go nowhere. But then when you get home and like you take your makeup off and everything, that's when you really want to lock in a lot of moisture. Like that's when I will take my makeup off, and I should probably do a whole routine. Should I, guys? Comment down below. Comment down below if I should do my full skincare routine, morning and night. Let me know. But that's when you want to pack in moisture with like your serums and your oils and stuff. So one of my favorite ones for dry skin that's really thick at night is the Ordinary cold pressed marula oil. It's so thick, and I use it every single night. So I'll do like a serum, a moisturizer, then that oil, and it has really saved my skin, because this winter, you guys saw my skin, like, sorry, I'm making so much noise. My skin was rough, girl. It was rough. And yeah, so I'm just gonna put this color under my eye. Are we looking? Are we slaying? We're slaying. I know it. Okay. Done with this palette. I want to see what these eyeballs look like. But first, someone says, has your bodybuilding ruined your relationship with your body? So that was, I'm only laughing because it's such like a deep question, and I was gonna ask it first, and I was like, maybe I should wait a little bit, you know, just right off the bat. Like, is your relationship with your body just ruined? So I would say, and I'm gonna be completely like honest with you guys, is that bodybuilding does change the way that you view your body, because you get your body to, I am just overdoing it on my eyes and like trying to make sure it's perfect, and it's just not gonna be perfect, so I need to get over it. It'll change the way that you view your body, because you get your body to a place where you have never seen it before. And most people will, like only a small percentage of people will. And that doesn't mean because they can't do it. It's only because like getting shredded for a bodybuilding show is different than getting just, you know, losing weight. So when you see your body look like that, and then when you go into like an off season and like it's not healthy to be that low body fat, like your body doesn't want to be that low in body fat, it's really, really hard mentally. It's really hard to see your body start to change. And I talk about that a lot on my channel throughout the years of competing, and you guys being here through the journey. Like, it is hard to see your body change, but you have to realize that you're seeing your body change from an unrealistic point. Like, you were at an unrealistic standard, you know, from the human population, and then now that your body's changing from an unrealistic standard back into like normal, healthy, you're like, what the fuck? So yes, I'm gonna say no, it hasn't ruined my relationship with my body, because it's good now. If it was still bad now, I would say yes, because it's still bad now. But now I have a way better relationship with my body, and knowing that by me gaining weight, you know, putting some muscle on, not being shredded all the time, I'm actually like, that's what's healthy for my body, even though mentally it might seem a little bit hard. Now to do my signature wing eyeliner. Literally, when I don't do it, I feel naked. I've been doing wing eyeliner since like the 8th grade, and I've been using like this same one, the NYX Epic Ink eyeliner. Can you see it? I love it. It has a felt tip pen. but I understand these can be really difficult. So an easy way to do it is like the eye tapes, or just like regular like house tape, and then getting like a eyeshadow and doing it with that. So I'm gonna put this on. I have a magnifying mirror when I do it. So I'm gonna focus and I'm not gonna talk. So. Now I got our wings on. Sisters, not twins. So hopefully they're okay. Putting on a little bit of mascara. I'm not really gonna curl them because then it makes it harder when I put my fake lashes on. And I'm just mainly focusing on the base because I want, oh, I got a dot. I got a dot on me. Eyelashes, I have them in this eyelash case so that I can like reuse them. You usually get a couple good uses out of your eyelashes. So I'm gonna pull them out with tweezers, make sure that there's nothing on them. And I'm gonna grab it and we're gonna get some glue. I love the Duo glue. I have heard that the Kiss glue is better, but I haven't tried it and I need to try it. So I'm gonna do a coat on each band, set it down. Now with eyelashes, I love to do like literally wait until it's like 95% dry, because it's so tacky after that it makes it so much easier to put on. So I'm just gonna dry it. Okay, lashes are on. Zoom, focus, focus. Lashes are on. Now we're going to finish our brows. I'm gonna draw little hairs right here with my pencil, and then we're gonna go in with the Anastasia Brow Freeze. So this is a really fine tip. It's the e.l.f. pencil. So it's kind of easy to do this, honestly. Ta-da! Okay, this brow gel from Anastasia. It's the Brow Freeze gel, and it's so good. I've done it, I've like worn it during cardio, and you guys know how much I sweat, and it stays on. So I like put it right here, and it has like the brush. Can you see? Can you see? Can you see it? Dang it, you can't see it. Okay, so it has a flat side to press them down and like laminate them, and then it has like an actual brush side. So I'm using the brush side to brush these up. Now that they're up and I look like I got electrocuted, I'm going to like grab a little spoolie and kind of just flatten them a little bit right here. I don't want them to be sticking up too much. Perf! Now onto lips. So I have been out of my favorite lip liner. It actually got lost in the mail. My favorite lip liner is the Peri Para one in Milky Chocolate. And this one is the chocolate brown, which is darker. And I think that's a little too extra for today. I think I'm gonna do my nude lip that I've been doing with this look, because somebody, one of the questions actually was what was my lip combo on that day that I did that lip. So this is the Anywhere Caffeine, I think it's Forever Makeup. See, I've used it so long. So we're gonna do this first. Okay, and if you mess up, you can always grab like a little concealer brush and kind of like clean up the lines a little bit here. I think my lips are uneven. I think I lined one side bigger than the other. I love this lip liner. Like I forget that I have it. I basically am turning into my mother, and I always get mad at my mom when my mom and I go shopping because we're literally like the same person. And I get mad at her because she always buys the same lipstick in like the same colors. And every time like we're buying makeup together, she's like, what about this one? I'm like, Mom, it looks like all the other ones that you have. And I literally do the same thing. Like this one, and the one that's on the way, like are all like in the same, they're like the same. But so ridiculous. There's also this Mora one. Okay, this Mora one. I'm gonna compare it to the Makeup Forever one that I just used because the Makeup Forever ones are more expensive. Okay, it's a little bit different. Can you see that? So there's really not much of a difference between the two, but the Mora one is very similar to the Anywhere Caffeine. This one's in Caramel Beige. This one's cheaper. This one's a little bit more expensive. You guys know I love some cheap stuff. So, and the Peri Para ones are beautiful, also very cheap on Amazon. So we did the lips with the Anywhere Caffeine. Wow, this is the wrong lipstick. When have I ever worn this? Why do I still have this? Okay, we got the right one. It's also MAC, but it's in the color Impulsive. Powder Kiss lipstick. This is like, I know that sometimes MAC can be scary because it's like a little intense, you know, some of the stuff, but this one is so soft. Like, I don't know if you could tell. Like, look how soft that's going on. It's like, it almost kind of feels like, kind of like a gloss, it's like butter. It feels like I'm rubbing butter on my lips in the best way. So we're gonna do that over it. I love this color, just look at it. Sorry, it's a little dirty. But I forgot, like I organized all my makeup the other day and I cleaned everything and I went through stuff that I haven't been using and I put it in like another section so my mom and my sister can look at it. But, so I guess that one must have slipped, that orange one, because I don't know who's wearing that. I'm not wearing that. This is Dare Me and Mora, their Luminizer lip gloss. We're gonna go over it with this. Just look how pretty. Look at that. Oh, that was a great noise. It's basically like the same color. Like this lip gloss is like the same color as the MAC lipstick. So if you're a glossy girl and you want the little gloss over it, this is great. This is so great. But last thing, I'm trying to finish my travel size before I jump into my big one because I bought the travel size first because I wanted to see if I was gonna like it. And yeah. I'm basically just trying to use it up because I get so excited about using the new one that I want to use the old one. Is anybody like that? There's a tiny bit left. Oh my God, I could have saved. I'm so dumb because I should always have one of these on deck because I travel so much. So that was a dumb move on my part. Anyways, whatever. I'll just buy another. It's fine. It's fine. So this is the look. I'll take out my little clippies. So I feel like the last makeup look that we did was very like peachy, and I used my favorite Mora lip gloss, which is the Let's Cuddle, and it's more the peachy color, and this one's a little bit more like bronzy, warm, summery vibes. So that's how we're looking. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below what products you're excited about or any products that like I should try, because I really want to do a video where I like go to Sephora or Ulta and I just do like a haul and buy a bunch of stuff, because that would be fun for me and hopefully it would be fun for you too. But I love doing stuff like this. It's really fun for me because I like hair and makeup was a really big part of my life for a long time. I just don't enjoy doing it on other people, but I enjoy like teaching you guys like how to do it and stuff. And I'm just have fallen in love with it all over again. And it's like therapy for me to sit and like get to do it and really just take care of my face and like sip a little buff coffee, and it's a whole experience. So I appreciate you guys. Comment down below what kind of video you want to see next. And as always, I love you all so much, and you're more powerful.